Giannis, you're set up. I mean, Hudson's already in Nidra mode beside me. He's like fully asleep. So yeah, I mean, essentially I'm in bed right now. So you can, if you are like, I know I'll just fall straight asleep. I mean, sleeping is fine. That's not the end of the world. Did I press record in the end? Yes, I did. Okay. So yeah, you want to get somewhere comfortable. You can do it on your yoga mat, but I would suggest getting some bolsters or pillows and a blanket. So yoga nidra is taking you through the different waves of sleep. So if you've ever had a midday nap, it's usually when you'll probably have like the sort of craziest dreams, or just before you wake up, you sort of have those really vivid dreams that you hold on to. So we're essentially trying to keep you there. We're keeping you in between this like alert and awake, but not so deep that you're like gone. Now, don't stress if you do fall asleep. I've done loads of nidras recently for different groups of people, and you know, sometimes I had a person the other day saying I was really stressed because I kept like missing bits of the words. Like, don't worry about that. In Nidra, there's a lot of repetition. And it's specifically like quite slow speaking. Some points I'll speak a bit quicker. Just kind of let my voice be your guide. I'll talk about this all as well when I go through it. So yeah, pillow. Make sure you're either wearing like something warm or you've got a blanket, because if you've ever noticed as you fall asleep, you get chilly. It'll be the exact same thing with Nidra tonight. I would dim the lights, maybe not pitch black. And I'm also going to turn my camera off. And the reason for that is just to avoid the need to look at me. I'm literally going to be sitting here, so it's going to be really boring. And also my puffy face. No one needs to see that tonight. So I will just turn off my camera. What I would suggest, if you're like watching on a phone or an iPad or something, maybe dim the screen if you can, or just turn it away from you. We don't want the blue light of the screen kind of interfering with your rest. I think that's kind of it. Everything else I will talk about in the session. So I'm just going to give it a couple minutes. I want you guys to now, be turning off your cameras, getting yourself comfy. You know, if there's anyone else in the house, just maybe shout at them and let them know that this is your quiet time. Lady B. I'm just going to pop you on mute. The great thing, and I will say this from experience, the great thing about doing Nidra online is that every single time I've taught a Nidra, there's someone snoring. And so before I started Nidra, I have to say, if your neighbor beside you starts snoring, just give them a gentle tap. Don't need to do that unless you're doing this with someone beside you. Hudson is already snoring, so I'll make sure that I tap him if he gets too loud. I've done this on retreat, and every time there's somebody who is like full on like old man snoring. So snore away because no one can hear you. That is totally fine. Cool. Okay, I am going to turn off my camera now. So au revoir. Great. Okay, so just start to find a comfortable position. And by comfortable, I want you to be lying on your back. I want your limbs to be free. So what I mean is, perhaps instead of kind of wiggling up the hands together, just take them by your sides, palms facing up. Don't worry if you need to adjust or move. You can move. Sometimes people get really stressed that I've got to find the most comfortable position now and I need to stay in it. Don't worry about that. Just find a position. If you need to shift or move, do it, and then find stillness again. And then just eventually kind of taking a moment to still yourself and closing the eyes. And it's said that Yoga Nidra can equate to up to 4 hours of deep sleep. And it's a great practice to do before you go to sleep, because it really helps us tune into the parasympathetic nervous system, and it helps us to shut off. We're going to go through all the brainwave stages that you typically go through during sleep. And I don't know if you've done any reading of sleep, but they say that we breathe in sort of 3-hour cycles, and we have maybe 3 to 4 of these cycles a night. And if you've ever noticed that you wake up just before your alarm and you feel really rested, that's because you're probably near the end of a sleep cycle, versus when you hear the alarm go off and you feel like a log, like you can barely move. And this is most likely because you are in the middle of a sleep cycle. So there's lots of apps and studies and ways that you can time your sleep with your alarm. It just means that you have to go to bed at a certain time. But yeah, I played around with that for a little while, and I do believe that it works. Sometimes getting the sleep cycle right with the alarm is a little bit more tricky. So it is a compressed amount of time. We'll probably do about 40 minutes tonight. And I want to say as well that I'm not going to necessarily bring you out. I'm going to do a gentle kind of bringing you out of your yoga nidra. But I'm not going to sort of wake everybody up and ask you about your experience. I'm just going to eventually turn off the Zoom call. And the reason for this is because some of you might just want to actually go to sleep after this. Okay. So don't worry. I'll do a little bit of waking up stuff. If you don't wake up to any of it, that's fine. Just keep on snoozing. So it's a systematic approach to full mind and body relaxation. And what I love about Nidra is it helps us to connect to our own true self and our natural wisdom, this intuition, which can often be blocked by the different stresses in our lives, the different inputs that we have. We lose the connection to our deep, deep subconscious. And some of us, maybe never had it. And what also is great is that Nidra is amazing for healing and relieving stress. And often people say that this practice is amazing at embracing or creating inner peace and joy. It's also just a great way to fall asleep and help you sleep more deeply. So if you are someone who has deep interrupted sleep, or if you struggle to fall asleep, this is a great one to do before bed. And there's lots of Nidras in the membership that you can tap into. So getting yourself ready to heal and restore the body, to just simply quiet your mind. You're going to bring some love and compassion into your heart. So just start to let your body sink into the surface below you. And just settle deeper into the support. Can you feel the knees drop, the elbows drop, the head drop? And just be comforted to know that at this time there's nowhere to go, there's nothing to do, and that everything is okay. And you've set aside this time to feel into your body, to listen, and to come into stillness. Taking these deep breaths for deep nourishment. And again, don't worry if you don't hear every word that I say. It is natural to flow in and out of consciousness. Just know that you'll be hearing in the deepest parts of yourself. Just start to bring your attention to the environment around you. Just becoming aware of the sounds in the distance, the most distant sounds that you can hear. And just let your sense of hearing operate like a sophisticated radar beam. This radar beam picking up the nuances of sound without attempting to identify their source, but just hearing them. And allow this radar beam to gradually take in the sounds that are closer. Sounds perhaps that are just outside the walls around you, inside the building that you're in. Feeling this sound as a vibration. Develop an awareness of the room that you're in without using the physical eyes. Just sense and feel this space. The walls, the ceiling, and the floor. Notice your body touching the surface that it's laying on, and the surface spreading out underneath the body. Be aware of your breath as a natural flow of sensation. The breath breathing you. And repeat to yourself these words. Although my body may fall into deep sleep, I am awake in the backdrop of awareness. Although my body may fall into deep sleep, I am awake in the backdrop of awareness. And it's important, and a very specific part of Yoga Nidra is setting an intention or personal resolve for the practice. And you commit to this personal resolve at the start and let it sink into your subconscious during the practice. And we revisit this personal resolve again as we come close to ending the practice. And this resolve is called a sankalpa. And the sankalpa can help make you a positive change in your life. It acts as an affirmation for our practice. And as our brain enters delta wave frequencies, this is where we are the most receptive to change. And this is where we really absorb this sankalpa. So I want you to choose something that aligns with your deepest desires. It is a statement that is positive in nature, and it is also in its present tense. You start your sankalpa with the words I am okay. I am happy. I am safe and secure. Just seeing what words come up for you, your deepest desire and intention. Feel it in your heart as if it is true. And perhaps even imagining what your life might be like if the sankalpa was true. And you can keep the same sankalpa for as long as you like and come back to this practice frequently to deepen this message into your subconscious. Feel your sankalpa in your heart as if you are giving yourself the purest gift. And if you struggle to come up with your own sankalpa, for tonight, I want you to use I am rested. Start to repeat your sankalpa 3 times quietly in your mind. And then simply give thanks and let it go back into the subconscious. I'm going to move into a circulation of consciousness through the entire body. I want you to use my voice as an anchor and stay with the pace of the voice. The mind is in the body, and the body is in the mind. Allow your mind to flow freely from one body sensation to the next. Bring your attention to your right hand thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, pinky finger, the space between the fingers, the tips of the fingers, the palm of the right hand, and the back of the right hand, the right wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, the right shoulder, armpit, waist, hip, thigh, right knee, right lower leg, the ankle, the heel, the sole of the right foot, the top of the right foot, the right big toe, the second toe, third toe, fourth toe, pinky toe. Feel the entire right side of the body. And then bring your attention to the left hand thumb, to the second finger, third finger, fourth finger, pinky finger. The spaces between the fingers on the left side. The tips of the fingers, the palm of the left hand, the back of the left hand, the left wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, left armpit, waist, hip, thigh, the left knee, left lower leg, ankle, heel, sole of the left foot, top of the left foot, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, pinky toe. Feel the whole left side of the body. Take your awareness to the top of your head. Feel the top and the crown of the head, the hairline, the forehead, right eyebrow, left eyebrow, the space between the eyebrows, the right eyelid, the left eyelid, the right eyeball, and the left eyeball, the right ear, the left ear, the right nostril, left nostril, the right cheek, and the left cheek, the upper lip, the lower lip, the chin, the jaw, the throat, the right collarbone, the left collarbone, right chest, left chest, middle of the chest. Feel the upper portion of the body. Feel into the navel, upper abdomen, lower abdomen, the right groin, the left groin, the right thigh, the left thigh, right knee, left knee, the right calf muscle, and the left calf muscle, and the right ankle, and the left ankle, the right toes, and the left toes. Bringing your awareness into the lower portion of the body. Now focusing on the back side of the body, the right sole of the foot and the left sole of the foot, the right heel and the left heel, the right calf muscle and the left calf muscle, the back of the right knee and the back of the left knee, the back of the right thigh and the back of the left thigh, the right buttock and the left buttock, and the right hip and the left hip, the whole spine, the right shoulder blade, the left shoulder blade, the back of the neck, the back of the head, the top of the head. Bringing your awareness into the whole back side of the body. Bring your awareness into the entirety of the right leg all at once. Bring your attention to the entirety of the whole left leg at once. Bring your awareness into both legs together. Bring your attention into the whole of the right arm. Bring your awareness into the whole of the left arm. Bring your attention to both arms together. Bring your awareness into the whole of the right side of the torso. Bring your awareness into the whole left side of the torso. Bring your awareness into the whole torso together. Bring your awareness into the right side of the head and the face. Bring your awareness into the left side of the head and the face. Bring your attention to the whole head together. Bringing your attention to the whole right back side of the body. And then your attention to the whole left back side of the body. Bring your attention to the entire back of the body all at once. Bring your awareness into the front right side of the body. And then your awareness into the entire left front side of the body. Bringing your attention to the entire front of the body together. Bringing your awareness into the whole body together. Feeling into the whole body. Feel the skin on the soles of your feet, from the heels to the tips of the toes. Feel the skin on the soles of the feet as sensitive and perceptive. Feel the skin on the palms of your hands. The skin on the palms of your hands and your fingers. Feel the skin as sensitive and perceptive. Feel the skin here, but also become aware of the lines on the palms of the hands, on the fingers. And feel into these deep lines and travel the mind along them. Bring an awareness to the face now. And become aware of the face and the skin on the face, as sensitive and perceptive. The skin on the forehead, on the cheeks, and the chin. And just tracing these lines in your face, traveling along them like the lines in the palms of your hands and your fingers. And then begin to observe the body breathing. Breathing itself. Being breathed. Flowing with the breath, moment to moment. Flowing as you inhale and flowing as you exhale. Merging with this stream of sensation, this river, moving from moment to moment as you inhale and as you exhale. Feel the body breathing. Feel the body being breathed. And begin exhaling twice as long as the inhale. And perhaps if your inhale is 3 seconds, see if you can allow the exhale to gradually stretch out to 6. Lengthening and stretching out the exhale. Perhaps at first mentally counting each measure of the breath to get the general length and duration. Allow the breath to become subtle, to become smooth, and to become serene. Not forcing or straining the breath here. Letting it flow, elongating the exhale. Dropping deeper and deeper into these breaths.
allowing the pores of the body to open and visualizing the waste matter traveling out of the body through the pores and through the lungs and out of the nostrils. The body cleansing and healing with each inhale and each exhale. Not forcing or straining it. Just allowing the breath to be subtle, smooth, and serene. Now see if you can detect the touch of the breath into the spine. And as you breathe in, feel the sensation of breath traveling down the spine, down each of the vertebrae. And as you breathe out, feel the sensation of the breath traveling up the spine from the tailbone to the top of the neck. As you breathe in, feel the sensation travel from the neck down the spine to the tailbone. And as you breathe out, feel the sensation travel again up to the top of the neck. You're going to rest your attention on these sensations for the next several cycles of breath. Inhaling down the spine, exhaling up the spine. Staying with the inhale and exhale, the rise and fall of the breath traveling up and down the spine. Bringing your attention back, we now circulate our consciousness and our breath through some of the major energy centers. And as they intersect with particular body pathways, begin to feel the sensation beneath the base of your spine. Breathing into the space just beneath the base of the spine. Feel the sensation expand with each breath. Imagining circles radiating from here as energy pulses. Now, Move your focus to the sensation around the area of the pelvis and the sexual organs. And just feel the center of this energy, absorbing breaths into this space. And again, just feeling this energy radiating outward with each breath. Sensation expanding with the breath, energy radiating. And now allow your focus to flow to the gut area, to the abdomen and the solar plexus. Let the breath touch the solar plexus, the abdomen, and the gut. And watch the sphere of sensation expanding and pulsing from this area. And then moving your attention as it flows to the sensation at the heart center. And feel it with each breath, expanding and releasing from the heart center. These pulses are like waves of sensation radiating from the heart. Now, letting your focus flow to the throat center. The breath and sensation mingling from the throat in all directions. Energy pulsing gently to and from around the throat. Bringing your attention now as it flows to the third eye, the space between the eyebrows. Feel the breath gently touch in and out of this wise third eye. Energy saturating the intuitive eye. And now, resting the attention at the crown of the head in the space just above the head. And sense the crown of the head melting into the breath. The crown of the head soft, pulsing, energy radiating high above it. Stay with the sensation and stay with this visualization of all of this energy pulsing from all of these energy points in all directions. Watching these radiant beams circling away from the body, this energy, this radiance that is you. And feel back into the part of you that is aware of all of this. Be aware of being aware. Feel underneath perception and experience yourself as open awareness, behind and beyond. And just try to settle into this sense of being. Like you have become the vast horizon in which the sun rises and sets. And just simply observe yourself here. Now bringing awareness to the dark space you see in front of your closed eyes. And just look deeply into this dark space. Rest your mind here in this warm, sweet darkness. Bringing your mind back now to your Sankalpa, the blessing that you offered yourself at the start of the practice. And just gently return to it now. And I want you to see the words of your Sankalpa on that gentle, sweet darkness of the eyes. Like a movie screen, cast your mind onto the screen as the words of your Sankalpa appear. And reaffirm it to yourself 5 times, reading the words gently across the screen of your eyes. Allow the words to be absorbed as you start to sense the body again. Sensing your body and the space around you, the room. And just notice the feeling of arriving back into this space, back into your body. The awareness of laying here open, luminous, full of energy, light, and healing. And just gently rocking the head from side to side, maybe touching the thumb onto the fingertips. Just making any gentle movements that you might like. Maybe gently opening and closing the eyes. Either slowly starting to make your way up to a seated position, or just simply rolling over or staying where you are and drifting to sleep. Your yoga nidra is complete. Namaste.